Okay, hello everybody. Stuart McAdam here, and welcome to the McAdam Marketing Podcast, where we do some long form discussions on all things paid advertising and marketing online. Don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you are new to the channel. So, today we're going to be having a look at what the tips and recommendations are if I enter or you enter Facebook ads best practices, Facebook ads tips for 2023. So, first article that we've got is got a recommendation: establish a clear creative direction. And they say it's essential to determine what style of Facebook ads work best for your brand and stick with it. To an extent, that is definitely true. And the most important thing I would say for anyone who's wanting the creative direction there is if you are running a service based business that relies on leads, just focus on lead generation. If you are an e commerce business or selling stuff online, then focus on purchase, focus on sales, and don't worry about anything else. That's a lot more advanced and can often end up with a lot of money getting wasted. Second piece of advice that the person gives is be patient with your ad sets. And look, for that's a pretty good piece of advice actually, because I think a lot of people aren't actually patient with it. And for Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising nowadays, you need at least 2 to 4 weeks to really know if the ad campaign is going to be effective or not. So, saying to be patient is definitely some very good advice. Use cost per result bidding to scale the budget. So, this is where they say start by testing. Facebook will automatically test. You can leverage these insights. I would say on that one, it's better to probably set up a rule in Facebook so that if you are using multiple ad sets, use the rules to set up a target, a cost per goal, so that after a particular period of time, the ad sets or the campaign gets automatically paused if it's not meeting that particular requirement. Number four, try out the Advantage Plus campaigns. Oh, no, 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 no. That's a terrible piece of advice. I'd highly advise against using Advantage Plus campaigns. They are really not effective. It limits the ability for you to control how your ads are seen, how they are set up. So, definitely not a piece of advice that would be worth following. Number five, guide the algorithm with broad targeting. Again, that is good if you have one particular ad set, but if you want to really sort of see if you're getting better success, try and use single or double interest targeting in another ad set as well against it. Don't just rely on broad targeting alone. So that was an article which is titled Dominate Facebook Ads in 2023, 5 Strategies to Outperform Your Competitors. Coming over to the next one, we've got Neal Schaffer. And Neal's got quite a lot of things. So posting with intent, generic advice, narrow your audience. Yep, that's pretty good. Encouraging comments and reply quickly. Yep, that's fine. So this is sort of like more of a marketing tips type of advice. Add a call to action. Yep, that's all very good. Spice up your cover photo. Don't neglect native video. I think that's a very good piece of advice. He says here, video is powerful, especially when it's optimized for mobile viewers. And native video within Facebook can actually be very good because it's going to be pushed a heck of a lot more. And another thing that Facebook likes as well that Neal's mentioned is going live on Facebook. So you're more likely to hit your organic audience if you're going live than you are if you just upload content organically. So let's have a look at what he has to say about Facebook advertising. Use custom audience to retarget users who have watched your videos. Yep, great piece of advice. Definitely something that a lot of advertisers can use in order to really narrow down on their specific audiences. And post iOS 14, if you can get as much engagement as possible on the Facebook platform, it does make it easier to retarget to people, especially those who are on iOS devices. So, coming over to the next one, how to advertise on Facebook in 2023. This is by Hootsuite, and let's have a look at a couple of the pieces of advice. So, they're mentioning the types of ads, the purposes of them. So, they actually provide some really good information. So, they've got a breakdown on the ad specs. So, for Facebook video feeds, for image sizes, and that sort of one. So, I would recommend people go and have a look at this particular article. So, how to advertise on Facebook in 2023, complete guide. You can find it in the Hootsuite blog. It was written by Holly Stanley on September 29th, 2022. And it's definitely going to be something that will answer a lot of the common questions which people have about image spec sizes and ratios on Facebook. So, Facebook best practices for 2023 by Tailwind. Choosing the right objective, choosing the right aspect ratio. So, again, something that was covered before. Building a strong CTA. Yep, blending colors, palettes, and filters together nicely. Oh, yes, that is a fantastic, fantastic piece of advice. You need to think about using image colors that are appealing and actually give your ads a bit of a cohesive feel. And that's something which Tailwind's talking about when they say the more visibly attractive your content, the higher your chance of running an effective Facebook ad. The next thing is about hooking your audience early, and with this one, it's quite interesting because you really need to remember. I mean, and this is something that I actually picked up from the Ashton Shanks, who is quite a well-known Facebook media buyer, and he was saying that if you think about humanity and what we're designed to do, it's survival first and foremost. So uh, you brain is often processing advertising, for example, like the filter system of can I ignore it? So obviously with the hooking your audience early, it is saying, okay, what's something that is most likely to get somebody's attention who is in your target audience and actually make it very hard for them to just scroll past. And that's something which is covering the hook your audience early. So that's all really good. And a lot of the other devices are very generic, adding multiple images, choosing the right placements, single message, and so on. So if we come to WordStream's tips, one of the ones which they have is video ads to remain popular. Short form videos will reign supreme. And look, that is definitely very true. We've seen that here on our YouTube channel, actually, that YouTube Shorts have been an amazing source of not only viewers but new target audiences, getting the videos pushed a lot more, getting more views, getting more watch time, but also engaging people as well. So it's definitely the TikTok effect, which is what they talk about in the next tip. And they also say that shoppable ads will be adopted at scale. I still remain hesitant about that. I don't know if Facebook shopping ads are going to have the same level of growth effect that they make it out to be. So that remains to be seen. And how to outperform your competitors, like their tips, clear creative direction. So try Advantage Plus campaign. So it's kind of falling into the same trap that other people are doing. They're saying to do that, and they haven't necessarily tested that themselves. So, I find that's a big problem with a lot of the blog advice. Give it a try. But why should you give it a try? I think this should be the first question you should ask. Why give it a try if it actually might set you up for failure? I would say only give it a try if you have tested it, you have gotten the results, and you can consistently prove that Advantage Plus is better than the manual setup. So the other advice says be patient. Yep, that's good. Use multiple placements and formats. For the most part, that is fine. Probably an additional piece of advice. Let's see what they say here. Creativity. Yep, look, you can use multiple placements. The most important thing for that is just check your image resolution and make sure you've got vertical and 1-to-1 ratio image sizes so that things don't muddle up too much. And if you are using Advantage Plus Creative, be wary that Facebook might zoom in or zoom out or crop your image in whatever way they think may be most suitable for the potential target audience. So that's a quick look at some of the pieces of advice going out there. So probably the most important thing to remember, I guess, if I was to give my Facebook ad advice, number one, it would be to make sure that you have a clear goal and objective. For advertising on Facebook, are you looking for leads or are you looking for sales? Number two, remember that Facebook ads take time to optimize. Give it at least 2 to 4 weeks before evaluating whether or not the campaign has been successful or unsuccessful. Number three, make sure that your image or video creatives meet the resolution and spec sizes that Facebook requires. Don't let it zoom out or zoom in. Number four, don't use Advantage Plus or standard enhancements. This is going to muddle up how your creatives and ads come out. And that's it for today's video, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. If you find long-form conversations like this about paid advertising and marketing useful, don't forget once again to hit that subscribe button and bell icon to receive all the notifications for the McAdam Marketing Podcast. And don't forget as well to hit that like button down below. It would really be much appreciated. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.